Good morning. It's the second morning of Pesach, and so we wanted to say again, Happy Pesach, Chag. And quickly want to make this recording. They hovered outside all night. Those blacks you see harassing and verbally attacking, and it's like one of them just stuck me with that some kind of needle. That time my knee hurt and I walked with a limp. Look, basically, I want to tell you that too. Now, I wanted to let you look at the fact that that the tutu man was wearing magenta. Remember, we told you that when I picked the color magenta, those people with the aura and everything tried to steal the magenta color. Then, when you saw it later that it's a really strong color, they tried to steal my color magenta. They tried to make it look like it was bad. I own a Predamunter part of it. And the color is not pink, it's magenta. I remember as a little girl when I painted the walls, I was all excited. My sister did into that too. So see how they tried to steal that color? So you see in the 613, which means 613 commandments, one of them is thou shalt not steal. In the Hanukkah uh, 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 video, they're all wearing a piece of fabric to make it look like a tutu. Because Hanukkah was about when they tried to kill us also, basically to keep us from worshiping our God. So basically, it's a rededication. A rededication holiday like Passover, where we would dedicate ourselves to God and tell God that we're going to worship our God, who's God alone. We said that too again. So because they tried to keep us from worshiping God. They tainted our oil for Hanukkah and all the other things for for the menorah. Hanukkah actually is mentioned in the Bible. It's basically mentioned to that too, but it's not mentioned like how we have explained it to you. So we just wanted to show you that. So that's why that's in there. They tried to steal my color magenta. I have other colors too, which I saw is popping up because there's a man. I said, oh, I really like that on your bike. That's one of my favorite colors. There's a little girl. I pick up the Crayola a box and it'd be a new color. Or I picked favorite colors. The little kids do that. They pick favorite colors of the crayon box for any kind of art thing that they have if they like colors. So that children try that too. So I have several colors. And my beloved consumer, don't tell them all of that, all your colors like that, because what they did with the gentleman, just a strong color. Because it's also, remember the rock group we made? Because they killed our relative Eric Carmen? Raspberries. It's magenta. It's also royal rock. You know, the song Go All the Way. It's about don't do things before marriage. You know, the woman is saying, please just love me and go all the way. Take me as your wife for eternity. Because that's what Go All the Way is about. Okay, so now we'll talk to you as soon as we can. Transcript said, look, we're the good people. And it's understood that Desmond Tutu hurt, murdered, what's that name? Nelson Mandela and his wife. Okay, so made up a fake apartheid. People, that's a bishop in the Catholic Church in a place supposed to be apartheid. He's black and he's high up in the church. Where's the apartheid? Okay, so we just want to explain that to you too. Okay, because it was something false. We could try to kill people who didn't believe as they believe. And we Jews believe as we believe. We believe only in God. We don't believe other things. So you see how that thing is wrong? You know, our God just worship our beloved as God alone. That's what Pesach is about also. And somebody said, we just want to change that to him. We're going to worship our beloved God's God for eternity. We live for eternity. Me and my beloved can speak, and our family can go to people, and the beautiful animals of our kingdom. Our kingdom lasts forever, never destroy our people, as we never trust with people, as we live for eternity. And we're still by beloved God's God alone. He said, it's like angels did not fall. Remain sons of beloved God's God to help. Me and my beloved can speak, and our family and kids will simple, and the beautiful animals of our kingdom. Our God's kingdom lasts forever, and never destroy, never trust people, as we live for eternity. Our people hurt. Our people who were hurt. Our people who were hurt come back in the resurrection, and then the fraternity is there, just so by love God is God alone. And so you see what we're saying to you. And also, those black people gave me a threat about the late Desmond Tutu. Do you know that Jeannie, sometimes Shakira, is what we call her? She did the part. There's a lot of they had a lot of Shakiras. She did the one. Now it's time for Africa. A really racist woman. And so she's going to tell that too. Okay, the one that army of black people that look white to kill us Jews, and anybody else probably didn't believe as they believe as well. Her father was, both her parents were black. One was a preacher. Father was a preacher, and so we just want to share that too. Okay, so now Travis Capson, we're not racist. We don't bother anybody, but they bother us all the time. You know, and last night, before we could even print it and post it and show it to you, there was this woman, and she had a black woman. She had round, beady eyes, businesses. But I could smell her, and she had to up to have on magenta. They had planned to try to kill me because it was coming before we could tell you what they had done. So we just want to tell that too. And I have the ability to smell death. I had asked the rabbi about that a long time ago when I started to remember things. He told me it's good that I'm able to smell, one of our beloved rabbis, he said it's good that you're able to smell death, but there's certain types of death. And it was an old, ancient, funky smell where it's like she had killed lots of people. And so I just want to do that too. And I had to scream for security because she just kept coming towards me and I could smell the death on her. It was an old and ancient death. Okay, and then they tried to disperse and run off. Okay, so now I'm trying to be careful, safe, and alert, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can. And it's the second day of Pesach, Hag Zemeah, and Shavuot. And try to have a wonderful Pesach.